Hello YouTube, it is Championdjk coming at you again with another weekly episode, and I've got a good one today for sure. Lots of cool stuff. Even got some basic Hot Wheels. Even got some basic ones. I think these are K-Case. The one I'm most excited about is the 1986 Toyota van. That is pretty neat. So definitely digging that. Super cool. It's a new model for 2022. That is pretty awesome. We're going to look at just some of these basic Hot Wheels. I picked up a few models. We got the Bugatti, another Coupe Clip, which I might replace my Zamac one with. I don't know. And then 95 Mazda RX-7 and Falcon livery. We've got the Ragin Express, the Glory Chaser in red, which is the second color for that one. We got the Pontiac GTO. We got another Pontiac. We got that Legends winner, 70 Pontiac Firebird in red. We've first seen that in white. We've got a Porsche 911 GT3. We've got, and then this, I think, this custom 18 Ford Mustang GT. I think this would be the super for this case if we had found it, you know, of course, with Spectraflame paint and rubber tires and all that. But we got the basic one there, and it does look pretty neat. And then we've got the Silhouette Liberty Walk, what you call it, GTR. So there's that. So I picked up those items from K-Case. Those are the ones I found. So that's basic Hot Wheels. We've got these, which will be pretty cool to look at. These Kaido House 510 wagons. I've already shown these 510 wagons in the first one, which was like kind of there's like a pink and a green, kind of like Easter pastel-ish colors. These ones are in blue and green, and these I think I'm gonna like a lot better. And I like the other ones, but these look sick in pictures. These are sealed too, so I guess there's a chance we could score a chase. That would be neat. That would be really neat. We'll see what happens. All right, and then we've got, I got this Ultra Red Dragster. This was sent to me from someone on Facebook, goes by Big Elvis. I had to glue, it got damaged in transit. I had to glue the wheelie bar back on. But I think she's solid now. Pretty solid anyhow. But this is cool because I don't have any of these Ultra Reds. Now, I don't really collect the dragsters. I've got a few of them, but I don't really collect them. You know, just they take up a lot of space. It's kind of, I have a feeling about these kind of the same way I have the feeling about the trucks and the team transport. I just don't have room for this stuff. So, and I don't know where to store them. I don't know where to put them. So, but I do have one chase now as an example, and that's pretty cool to have. So I am digging that. We'll take a closer look at that in the next segment. I mean, they're pretty neat. It's just that it's not my thing, right? And then I got a care package from One Stop Diecast. This is listed as number 12, but I think we haven't seen, which is the one that we haven't seen yet. There was one I think that was delayed. I think it's number 10, the Muldowney's Bounty Huntress. But we got the snake. And not only did they send me the snake, they also sent me the Ultra Red, which is pretty sick. And they sent me their new Johnny Lightning exclusive Zinger, which is pretty cool too. So we got some square bodies in this episode. I know, weird, right? I mean, there's square bodies. I mean, I never show those. So really cool to see. I'm really glad to get this Ultra Red. So I have two of the Ultra Reds in this set. We'll probably use this as a thumbnail. And so I got two of the Ultra Reds of this set. I think there's one more truck to go. And then I believe I'll have all of them, all 12. And once I do get all 12 together, I'll probably do some sort of episode just running through each one. And now they've been sending me these to showcase throughout this whole time. So thank you, One Stop Diecast, for that. That's pretty awesome. Now, they've also, and then I've also been buying ones. So I have most of them, I think, except for 2 of them, I have still carded versions, even though I've opened up them. I may have to get together the other ones just so I have the packaging as a full set of 12, and then the open ones is a full set of 12. And then I think I'll probably try to get that done before I get the last one to show, so that I can do some sort of video tribute to the whole set. That's kind of the plan. Maybe I'll even do a Lamley article. Maybe. I don't know. That takes a lot of time. We'll see. I haven't written anything for Lamley in a long time. Unfortunately, it's just because I'm very limited to the time I could spend with the hobby, and typing out stuff is very time consuming for me because I start to nitpick everything, and it's just like, it's much easier just to speak on a video without any planning, right? Because I'm lazy. Well, I'm not really lazy. I get whatever. Anyway, we're all busy. You understand. All right. Lastly, I got some really cool stuff from Surplus Goodies. So Jimmy did send me this. Now, I'm not going to open this. I had made a comment the last time I showed an exclusive from Surplus Goodies that I didn't have the trailer, and that maybe I should pick up the trailer because that would complete my whole set. Well, funny thing is now I'm going to have to get the regular trailer because he sent me the White Lightning? The Chase. He sent me the Chase of it, which I guess you could call an Ultra Red, but it is all white. I'll show it close up, but I'm not going to open it. Why am I not going to open it? Well, it's limited to 52 pieces worldwide. The real reason why I'm not going to open this Chase is because I'm just going to keep it as part of my little Surplus Goodies exclusive collection. I am not going to open it because A, I don't have room for it. B, I don't know. I just don't know where I'd display it, which just means I guess I really don't have room for it loose. I guess what I'm saying is, I think this one is just more appropriate just to keep in the Auto World hoard with all my little precious pieces that I have kept carded, most of which I have loose duplicates of, but or pretty much all of them I have loose duplicates of. But this piece is kind of special. So limited to 52 pieces worldwide, all white just to be different. And you know what? I think I'm going to keep the Post-it notes on it. Yeah, let's be a nerd like that. I'm going to do that. But cool stuff we get to look at that we will open from Surplus Goodies is we got a bunch of Tarmac works. Now, we've got the old and new 997 Porsche. This just looks like a killer casting. The thing I really love about this is it's a slant nose. The front end, it's a slant nose Porsche, which I guess is the old part about the Porsche. I don't know the story on the old and new something different. I honestly don't know. Is this a real car somebody made? Somebody's going to fill me in the comments. But I think they've come up with a couple versions of this already. This one in blue looks very, very nice. And I can't wait to get it out of the package and take a proper look at it. And then I've got some of and that, by the way, is Road 64. Series from Tarmac. And then I've got 2 Global 64 castings. One of these, I would guess, is going to be somewhat very desirable. This is one of them's the Datsun Bluebird 510 wagon. Now this will be cool to look at this because this is likely on 100% to 164 scale, like a true 164 scale, whereas these are not. So we can kind of take a look at the size difference and get a real grasp on how large the car actually is, which is what this would be in 164 scale. This also comes with a little bicycle for the bike rack up top. That's going to be neat to look at too. So really cool there. And then another one in red, we got the Tarmac Works Pagani Huayra BC in Rosso, Dubai. This is a pretty cool casting. I love the Global 64 line. I like that they're putting them in these simple little boxes now, which is cool because you can display them in the boxes if you want to. You can take them out of the boxes and put them back. I love box packaging. That's my favorite. All right, and then we've got the last 3 we have are collaboration models. So it's Tarmac Works collaborating with someone else. One of them is this Tarmac Works Shukko. Land Rover Defender Royal Military Police Vehicle. I don't know, I just had to get this. I like this tooling, this casting, and I have versions of it, but I don't have any version of it like this. So this is going to be pretty sweet to look at. It's a Shukko / Tarmac Works collab. Pretty neat. It's almost in like a standard Shukko packaging, which is cool. I like the Tarmac Works collaboration stuff. They do really neat with that. And it's kind of a clever way to like expand your tooling catalog almost, is just to collaborate with some other brands, do some graphics or licensing or stuff that they wouldn't normally do with their toolings, and it's cool. I like it. I think that's a neat thing, that these collaboration models, they're cool. And then we got Mini Champs in collaboration with Tarmac Works. Now I had to pick these up. They're both both orange and black, or black and orange, and they're basically a reverse of each other. So we will take a look at both of these. Now I was really stoked for these because I don't have a single Mini Champs in my collection, and from what I know, Mini Champs hasn't made 1/64 scale models in a very long time. And if you can find Mini Champs stuff, I think on eBay, I think typically it's fairly pricey. And so I'm glad to see them collaborate with Tarmac Works and put out some more stuff, and I think we're going to see some more Mini Champs toolings. I don't know if they will all be under the Tarmac Works name, like Tarmac Works is. I don't know how this works. If they're like licensing the toolings and having it produced, if they're like truly collaborate, I'm not really sure, but that's the thing I like about Tarmac. I like Tarmac Works when they do these collaboration models. I think it's a kind of fresh idea, kind of a cool thing to do. It's like, hey, you got a really cool tooling for that. Well, instead of us developing our own tooling and just copying your tooling or whatever, or making something very similar, let's just use your tooling. We'll put your name on it, and let's do the graphic that we want to do, and whatever. I think that's kind of how this works. And I think it's really cool. So there's been quite a few Tarmac Works Shukko models now, and they all are pretty cool. And I just think it's neat. So there's been Tarmac Works IXO models. There's been a few things, and they've all been pretty cool. So I'm excited to look at these. All right, so we are already 13 minutes in, approximately here. Let's go ahead and flip it around. We're going to take a look at these models. The Hot Wheels will probably blaze through, but I do want to take a good look, especially at this van. And then we got a lot of other like detailed stuff to look at, so it's going to be a long one. So buckle in. Let's go. All right, guys, so let's, take a peek here at this dragster to start off the second segment of the video. We'll look at this pretty quick. These things are pretty cool. Now, they are, I believe, pretty much true 1/64 scale, so they are long. It takes up the full frame of this video here. And they roll really nice too. Now I have a few of these in my collection, like I said. They're kind of interesting. They are metal body, and everything else is pretty much plastic. And then of course we have rubber tires. I've looked at these in a previous video. They are pretty neat. I do like them. They have a lot of detail, and they're pretty cool. They are somewhat fragile. I will say that. What's the tooling number on these? Oh, Top Fuel 064001. So, and I don't think they have any other toolings besides like the basic tooling, and then they've just put different liveries and stuff on. This one's U.S. Army. I don't really know. And I'm not like a Top Fuel dragster, whatever. I'm not saying I'm not a fan, I guess. I mean, I think it's cool, but I don't follow it. I don't watch it. I'm not an avid drag racing person, I guess. Whatever. I respect all motorsports, but I do not necessarily watch this stuff or follow it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. There you go. I'm more, and I've explained this previous episodes and stuff like that, I'm more into the artistic factor of automobiles, and more than I am like just raw speed and performance. So, this looks cool, but to me, like, all the dragsters kind of look the same and blah, 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 blah. So it doesn't really do much, for me And that's just the way I am. All right, so anyhow, let's go ahead and move on. But this is really cool. Thanks, buddy. I'm very thankful that you did hook me up with this. It's cool to have an example of these Ultra Reds. Really cool. So it's appropriate for my Auto World collection to have that. Next, what we should look at? Let's palette cleanse real quick, maybe. We'll get, should we do just a basic Hot Wheel? I'm really just itching to look at this van. So let's look at it. 1986 Toyota van from Hot Wheels Japanese Imports. New for 2022 model. Popular compact travel van, this family-friendly vehicle can turn on a dime. It can. Travel with all the car comforts for any road adventure. Now, you guys know I'm a sucker for a van, and even more of a sucker for kind of like a minivan, and that's basically what this is. I actually have someone that lives very close to me that has one of these vans in, like, pristine condition, and I'm jealous. I want it. So let's check it out. Sick casting. This is so awesome. I actually I'm a huge fan of this. I think it looks great. I like that they put these little tiny wheels on it. I think this is about as awesome as a Hot Wheels mainline model can possibly get right here. I really hope they put out a super treasure hunt of this maybe next year. And I will get it. I will buy it. I will find it, or I will acquire it one way or another. And yeah, that's one I will not pass up. I really dig this casting. I hope they come up with a premium version of it. I think it's pretty awesome. So I guess, yeah, I can't gush over it enough. I just think it's really cool. If I was back in my customizing Hot Wheels days, I would buy tons of these. These would be getting drilled. These would be getting headlights. Working LED headlights is what would be happening to at least 1, 2, 3, or 4 of these. There you go. All right. Love it. Moving on. We've got, well, let's show you this real quick. I'm kind of jumping all over the place. We got, this is that Surplus Goodies trailer. I just had to show it because, so it's Alabama Barn Finds on here. It's got the Alabama Barn Find truck imaged on the back. Pretty cool. So I will probably have to get the regular one in this packaging just because, you know, I should. And it's really neat. And guys, I've mentioned this before too. I don't really collect this is when it was manufactured, by the way. So almost a year ago. I don't really collect trailers per se, right? So that's why I've kind of avoided getting some of the trailers. I don't include these in my my Auto World spreadsheet either. I haven't included the trailers or the Top Fuel Dragsters. I haven't put those in my Auto World spreadsheet to keep track of my collection on these, but this thing will be cool as a nice component to my collection, much like this will be cool as, you know, we got an example of a chase of a trailer. Now, I don't really need to get any other ones. This is all I will need, and it was given to me by a friend, which is pretty awesome. All right, so that is really cool. Check out Surplus Goodies. Now, speaking of cool hobby dealers and people that support the channel, we've got One Stop Diecast. Now, I think it's appropriate we go through these real quick here, or not real quick. We'll go through them actually somewhat in detail. We've got, let's start with a zinger before we get into like opening up a chase that's pretty rare. So these are limited to 24.96 pieces. I don't know exactly what the chase looks like. I imagine it looks like a White Lightning. We got Johnny Lightning, One Stop Diecast, Johnny Lightning Special Racing Icons. I dig the livery on this, the Johnny Lightning livery. That's really cool. This is almost like fits right in with the Racing Legend stuff. Man, I wish this thing had a hood. I'd buy another one and I'd base swap it to a standard truck. I would. So this is the first time they've released the 81 Chevy Silverado as a zinger. Now that may or may not be true as now because I think these things got delayed for quite a long time. They were produced back in November of 2021. So we are now 8 months since the production of these models, since now we are seeing them. That's crazy. You can read that if you want to. If you want to read sideways, go for it. But I remember when these were first pre-ordered, probably a year ago. So people have been waiting a while for this, and that's too bad. But I mean, it's kind of par for the course is what we've seen here. All this stuff that was supposed to be released last year at some time is now coming out like full force, and we are now seeing it. So there it is, Johnny Lightning Zinger. Now I know I've mentioned too, I'm not really a Zinger collector. I'm on the fence about trying to get all these square body Zingers to add to the square body collection. You know, it's tough because there's a lot of them. And again, it becomes a matter of room. I'm having to start to be much more picky about what I put in the collection because of space constraints, or I just really got to start getting rid of some more stuff, which is probably what I should do. I should get rid of some of the stuff that I don't really care much about, and or maybe file some away from a rainy day. I don't know, but you know, I know it probably doesn't seem like it when you watch my channel that I'm really kind of still getting a lot of stuff. It's just that I really have been more picky, honestly. But this would have came into my collection anyway. You know what the funny thing is I did pre-order one of these as well. Not from One Stop. I got them from somebody else that sells on Facebook. I got one. And then they sent me one. They comped me one. So I wasn't expecting to get this, I don't think. Maybe I did ask them to send me one. I might have, because it was so long ago. But this is pretty cool. I like the livery. It's a very good graphic, a very attractive looking graphic on this truck, and I think it looks great. Good Johnny Lightning. I like it. So pretty cool. All right, next is this one. Out of all these Racing Legend trucks from One Stop Diecast, this one's definitely going to be popular. It's the Snake. They've also done the Mongoose in red. And as a pair, these are going to be very, very popular together. I think pretty limited, $24.96. You can read that stuff if you'd like. So really, really cool. And I think that makes these limited to like, what's $24.96 divided by 48? Is that 104? 104? I don't know. I don't have a calculator handy. Or is it 52? I think these are limited to 52 pieces. Am I going to have to figure that out right now? Well, I don't have a calculator near me. And it's early in the morning, actually, when I'm filming this right now, so my brain is not exactly working. I'm not even through coffee yet. All right, but anyway, we're going to go ahead and open this up. So likely the chases are going to be one per 48 count case. And yeah, I did just grab a phone here so I can check. 24.96 divided by, what am I doing? 24.96 divided by 48 equals 52. Okay, so the chases are limited to 52 pieces. This is pretty sweet. I know we got some naysayers out there about the square bodies. Just shut your mouth, okay? I get it. We got it. We got it. We got it. We understand that you guys are sick of them. And that's your prerogative. You don't have to buy them. So don't buy them. And I'm sorry you got to see them all the time on my channel if you don't like them. But I like them. So there. And this is one of my favorite series for Auto World exclusives is these Racing Legends. I like freaked when I first saw that they were going to do this. I'm like, oh, that's going to be cool. These ones, the barn find ones from Surplus, those are just tops for me. So, big time fan of them. There's been some misses with the exclusive square bodies, but there have definitely been some hits, and I would consider this Racing Legends series a hit. This one's got the classic falling down tailgate, which is kind of a common issue with this casting, but if you mess around with the bumper, this bumper is actually integral into holding in this you know, or controlling the tightness of this tailgate. So if you mess around with it a little bit and kind of wiggle it around, usually you can fix that. And I've done it quite a few times. That's just a casting thing. And of course we got the motor in there, and this is a pretty awesome truck. I am digging it big time. When were these produced? We can look. I love that they put the dates on the back of this. So back in December. So again, taking a long time. Now, originally these trucks, these 12 trucks, were supposed to come out one a month for 12 months. That did not happen. Not even close. You know, because we all know 2020 happened. And the rest is, I guess, history, right? But this is really cool. Graphics look great. Looks fantastic. Let's go ahead. Now that we know this is limited to 52 pieces, or I'm pretty sure it is anyway by my math, we're going to go ahead and open her up. Now, surprisingly, if you go to eBay, the chases for these, you can get it at a pretty decent price sometimes. I shouldn't say that because now you guys are going to look for them, and that's going to drive the price up. But I need to start going after, I think, the rest of these chases. I got 10 more I'd have to get. And even at $50 a piece, if you can get them for that, which is a good price probably for one of these chases that's very limited, very good price actually. You do the math on that, and yeah, they're not cheap. Pretty cool. So all these chases are the same, by the way. They went with white tires, ultra red body, ultra red base, and a white interior. And all of them, I believe, for the whole set have been those same traits, which is good. I'm glad they did that, it's consistent. And very, very cool. This actually looks awesome. I like it quite a bit. So what I'm missing right now, I think, for getting duplicates of these is I'm missing the Mongoose, actually. I need to get a duplicate of that one. And then I'm missing the, well, obviously the one that's not out yet, the one that's been delayed, I think, or whatever. And what is the other one? The Jungle Gym. I need the second one of that one because I have the Ultra of that one. And I don't have the standard, or I have the standard one, but I don't have it carded, so I'll have to pick up that. But these are cool. All right, so we need to move on because we are, well, we're not running short on time. I got all day, but you guys probably don't. What should we look at next? Should we palette cleanse with a Hot Wheel? Let's kind of work these in between. Let's open up this Legends one. 2022 new model. This first came out in white. This was your Legends Tour winner. And you guys know I dig it because it is a Firebird. You guys know my feelings for Firebirds. If you've been watching the channel for a time. Pretty cool. And we got a little chip in the paint right there. That's good. That's all right because I think I bought a couple of them. Yeah, Hot Wheels are still awesome, guys. I don't mean to, like, I don't know. Some people think that I'm dogging Hot Wheels or I don't really like Hot Wheels. It's absolutely not the case. I buy them all the time. But I love premium diecast too. I've just kind of grown to really like the premium stuff, but you can't go wrong with a really cool looking dollar model. I know that. So anyway, let's move on. Let's go to, I'm really dying to find out if there's chases in these. So I think we should do these now. We've got a few Hot Wheels left. We got a pile of Tarmac works left here. So this is, yeah, this is going to be a lengthy one. So I appreciate you guys sticking with me. Because we are probably already at close to 30 minutes here. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to peel the cellophane off first. I don't think there's any way for hobby dealers that sell these to know if these contain a chase or not. I am pretty sure they are really, truly randomly inserted. Now, if I am wrong and you guys have evidence to the contrary, please let me know, because I would love to know. And then I will disseminate that information in another video some other time. So I've been keeping up with Kaido House. I pretty much have everything, of course, except for the black models, the models that they release really limited quantities of that are ridiculously priced and all that, which I will probably never have, and that's fine. I'm just going to cut the stickers on the bottom here that are holding the package together. We got number 10 and number 11, so I guess it's appropriate we open number 10 first. Can we get there? God, but these long videos, I'm so glad I really don't edit anything. Imagine how long that would take. All right, so no chase in this particular one. Can we get it out? Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, these are sick. These are disgustingly sick. Detail in the engine looks fantastic. Yeah, I mean, this livery looks great. The wheels look great. It just looks great. I mean, there's really nothing to complain about, right? Quality control is excellent, of course, because it's Mini GT, and Mini GT pretty stellar when it comes to quality control. These are screwed together, although this is covering, I think, the back screw. Maybe there isn't a screw in the back. No, I guess it clips into the back. So there's only one screw holding the base on. It's got that cool rainbow looking thing. Heat treated metal is what it looks like. Base. We got an opening hood. We got the rubberized rubber mirrors, so they're a little bit less fragile than you know, if it was a stiff plastic. We do have some fragile pieces and parts on this, so of course you do need to be careful with these models if you want them so to last. You do need to take care of them, store them properly, etc., etc. But these will go on display, of course, with my other Kaido House stuff, and pretty awesome. Is that? Do we have some sort of weird error on the windshield here? Looks like Kaido House did not get printed all the way up there. Or is that on purpose? Well, I suppose we shall find out as soon as I open up the next one. So without further ado, let's do this. Now, this green is really cool, but this blue I think I'm going to like even more. So let's go ahead and chop the... one of these days, I'm going to slice my finger on camera. Oh, you know what? That might answer the question right there. Right? Kind of a weird design choice. I mean, I guess it keeps the lettering out of your face if you were to actually drive the car. Just something I've never noticed, and you don't notice until you look close at this, and I can already see it on this one. So, by the way, no chase. That's okay. One of these days, I'll get a chase in one of these models. I would like to get one just to have an example of a chase. I think they're pretty expensive if you go out on eBay for them. I have no idea either how limited these models are. No clue. They do not put out numbers. And yes, I like the blue more. It's a metal flake blue. And it just... with these gold wheels and the gold, like gold roll cage. Yeah. That is good. Very good. Very awesome. I dig it. Big time. Super cool. What a beauty. We might be going for an hour-long video today. This is neat. All right, so... oh, that's cool. Even change that to blue. Look at that. That is neat. All right, so I am digging this. I know there's some naysayers out there for these Kaido House models because they're not true 1/64 scale. I could give a rip at this point because they're done so well. They're so neat. They're very unique, actually. They're just something fresh, something new with diecast. I know somebody's going to argue with me because they're going to be like, oh, well, they're just JDM models and scoot-a-doo-doo-doo. They're like Hot Wheels that are dressed up. Yeah, I mean, that's sort of what they are. Like some really, really, really fantastic customizer went to town on a Datsun 510 wagon, sure, but I think these are just sick. So that's my opinion. I'm sticking to it, and I know that there's a lot of people that would agree. So since we got that 510 open, let's get an idea of scale here. Let's go ahead and open up this Tarmac Global 64 model and check it out. See what we're dealing with here as far as scale goes. Can I get this out? It slides right out. All right, so we got the little bike. This is in a little baggie. It goes on top of the Datsun. Should we open that up? Yeah, we have to, right? Let's get that little... It's very fragile. Yeah, it's like a hard plastic. I mean, where did they put the other wheel? Is that just sitting in the back of the Datsun? Kind of cool. And then the actual unit itself is right here. Okay, it's good. It's nice. I like it already. I'm a fan of this 510 wagon in like true 1/64 scale. So these are actually kind of a rubberized mirror up front. So yes, they are a little bit less fragile. And this is pretty awesome, guys. And we got a little... The back window isn't in exactly 100% straight, but that's okay. It rolls because it's a Global 64. I love the Global 64 stuff from Tarmac. This has a metal base, metal body. It rolls quite well. I mean, this is a sick looking... I said sick a lot in this video. I think I have. I apologize about that. This is an awesome version of this. And I gotta say, the bike is kind of a cool thing. It's kind of a cool touch, but it doesn't really stand up straight, for one. For two, I like it better without the bike. The bike will end up going back in its little baggy thing, and that's where it's going to get stored. This thing's going to be displayed without the bike, and that's fine. Now, this is not going to have any opening feature, no opening hood like the Kaido House stuff. But the one benefit you're going to definitely have is this is a kind of more stock model 510 wagon, and it is likely true to 1/64 scale in its size. Now you can see how massive the other one is in comparison in every dimension, the width, the height, everything, because this is, you know, obviously has like a wide body thing going on too, but you can see how much larger this is. Now, the question is would it have been cool if they would have been able to pull off doing this in this size? Would you even want that? Or do you like it a little bigger so that you can see more of the detail? And that's a fair question. I'm not sure. I'm honestly surprised that Greenlight hasn't put out one of these, because they put out the 510 in true 1/64, like, or in pretty close to 1/64 scale, and I think they did a really good job on that tooling. I'm surprised they didn't do a wagon. You know, Greenlight kind of goes to the beat of their own drummer sometimes to a fault. Yeah, there's a little bit of slop in the taillights here in the back, but nothing to be too concerned about. We're getting real nitpicky when you get up like this close. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I like them both for different reasons. Well, actually, not really for too much different reasons. I like them both because they both look cool. So there. How's that? How's that grab you? All right. Next is, well, more Tarmac. stick with the Global 64. The Huayra. Now, you've seen this casting. I've shown this casting before. So this isn't anything crazy new or anything like that. But again, same sort of format. So we're going to have a metal base. We're going to have a metal body. We're going to have like the rubberized mirrors. Very mini GT-ish, I guess, in the way that it's constructed. And that's a good thing because Mini GT does a great job. The castings look awesome, and they roll and all that good stuff. And Tarmac with this Global 64 line does something very similar. So I can't complain about that, and I like these. They have a great amount of detail. They look really good, and they seem to be somewhat sturdier than like the regular Tarmac Works stuff. So that's why this line is a favorite of mine, and I think a favorite of many. I know John from Lamley has mentioned it before too, that he digs it as well. Should we open up a quick Hot Wheel? Huh? We got to keep you Hot Wheels guys happy. What should we do? Let's do this. Actually, let's do two. This Bugatti EV. It was so cool to see this one being done. I can't wait till Mini GT pulls off one of these. That is going to be awesome. It's going to be rad. Cool. Need more synonyms for things that are great. I dig it. It's silver. It's actually the blue one still is probably my favorite. But this is really cool. I like this casting. So we got a blue, then we got the Porsche 911 GT3. Let's go ahead and open up that. You know, this casting's been out for a while. Or no, it hasn't. Never mind. This is a new for 2022 model. It looks a lot like another one, but it's not the same. So this is the newer Gt3 Porsche, and it looks pretty awesome actually. I like that they did it nice and basic. We've got details on the back. You got a Porsche logo in the front, along with the headlamps, the kind of bug eye kind of things that look pretty cool, and they are part of the windshield thing. I love when they do that. They do that on this casting as well. Is there any other of these that they do that with? We'll open up. I don't think so. Oh yeah, there's one more. The Liberty Walk GTR. So this is a very smart use of components when you can make a headlight out of that window piece. And I think it looks great. And I would really love this again. And they did it with this one as well. I would have really loved this if I was still customizing cars and adding headlights into 1/64 scale cars, because the work is partially done for you having a clear piece already there without having like cut something out or do anything like that. So this is pretty neat. Hot Wheels livery here leaves a little bit to be desired, but other than that, pretty cool. All right, so those are some basic Hot Wheels. You guys like those? And then we're gonna go. Let's take a look at. Actually, let's take a look at this. Let's go down a Porsche rabbit hole here. Not really rabbit hole, whatever. Let's look at some Porsches. We got this old and new something different. Old and new 997. Tarmac Works. This is in the Road 64 line, so these come in acrylic cases. They're a little bit, arguably more detailed than the Global 64. The one thing you will see with these, though, is I believe they all have, I could have just peeled that off. They all have, I believe, plastic bases. And they typically are going to be static display models. Almost makes it not even worth taking out of the acrylic case, because what are you going to do? You can't really like roll it or check out if it rolls, because it's likely not going to. I guess you can look at the base, which is decent, but really we could keep this right on here. But we're not going to. I feel on principle we have to take it off the base. So I will do as such. One screw on the base with a little plastic little base plate thing, and yeah, the bottom is plastic. The wheels do not even turn at all, and that's okay. It's like I said, it's a static display model. Would I like to see this done in a rolling model like mini GT style or Global 64 style? Yeah, of course. I think it would look cool. But I'm not in charge, you know? I mean, this thing, it just looks awesome. I love the slant nose. Porsche. Slant nose 911, man. I guess out of all the Porsche stuff that has ever come out, slant nose 911s are where it's at for me. I just think they look awesome. And this is no exception. I mean, it looks pretty awesome. Quality control looks good. I don't see any issues with it. Let me know what you guys think. I think it looks cool. All right. Porsche 911 GT3 Rs's. Why not? We just looked at a Hot Wheel GT3 RS, right? Let's take a look at these mini champs slash. Let's try not to destroy the packaging. I actually do, like, since I'm out of like display case space until I like completely redo this room as far as like redo what's in the carny cases and stuff, I'm stuck putting these back in the acrylic cases, back in the boxes, and then displaying them that way, stacking them up, which is fine. That works. So that's another reason to really like acrylic cases, is because you have a display option. I'm going to pull out both of these right away. Do they stack nice? Yeah, they do. There's a peek at some nothing really. Here's the Paul's model art. Mini champs. This product is an accurate scale model. It's not a toy, okay? So don't let anybody call your collection a toy cars, okay? It's offensive. Just kidding. Whatever. So 2 screws on this model, and it has mini champs. Like, this is a mini champs style acrylic display case. This isn't your regular Tarmac work, so we got to make sure we don't lose these screws. And I'm going to put this base plate over here because, again, like I said, this is going to end up being screwed back on the base plate after we take a look at the model. Interesting. So it's got a plastic base. It doesn't roll that great, but it does roll. Feels very lightweight. We got a roll cage inside there. We got some good details here in the back. Inserted details for the tail. Inserted details for the headlights as well. And overall, I think it's a very nice looking Porsche. I like the one in black, I think, better. Just looking at it here. So we'll go ahead and take it off the base. Set it down. I'm gonna be careful with this. Keep all this packaging straight over here. And take a peek. Pretty slick. Yeah, I like the black with the orange rims. I think it looks much cooler. You actually can almost see the detail better like this. Very cool. I mean, maybe not terribly exciting, I guess, but I think it's really cool to see mini champs, you know, come out with some stuff. And, you know, I'll be looking out for some more of this for sure. Different colors and stuff like that. I may not get more of this casting. I think they've got some other castings that might be interesting to get. This one rolls actually excellent in comparison to the orange one. Both the same casting, so whatever, just is what it is. These are riveted together, so you can't like unscrew it and adjust anything. Just it's the way it is. But these are pretty cool. Let me know if you guys would consider picking these up. Again, I got these from Surplus, and they're pretty cool. All right, set those aside. We got one more detailed model to look at before we just blast through the remaining of those Hot Wheels. This is the Shukko Tarmac Works collaboration model. Camo Land Rover Defender, Royal Military Police. And with a little kind of diorama looking background there. One screw holding it to this cardboard, which is a typical Shukko thing. Now again, pro tip, and I've mentioned this a couple times, use a flathead screwdriver on your Phillips screws. Find the right size for them and use that. Because honestly, this was in so tight. If I would have used a Phillips on there, I would have stripped that out for sure. And that would have been irritating. So, pretty neat. So, Shukko has a very limited tooling catalog, but the toolings that they have are nicely done. We've got inserted details for headlights. Nothing in the back, but we got painted detail, of course. The mud flaps, all this, the base is all metal. The whole thing's metal. We got rubber tires. The thing rolls very good. We got a real rubber tire for the spare up here. And all in all, pretty impressive little model. And I believe these are probably pretty close to 1/64 scale as well. So what do you guys think of that? Pretty robust too. Like you could probably drop this thing, it would survive. You know, it's not really a toy. It's a replica model, but nonetheless, pretty sweet. All right, Hot Wheels. Hot Wheels Racers, pick your lane. All right, so we've got Coupe Clip in red this time, Spectre Flame Red. Not much to look at there, but I did pick up a couple of them because I can't pass up having a Hot Wheels keychain, you know. Got a rep on the keys. And I've actually given some of these away to like coworkers and stuff like that. Give them a keychain, so just cause. Pontiac GTO 06. It's red. It's got Pontiac livery on it. Not super exciting, except for that it's a GTO, and I dig that. And then Mazda RX-7 and Falcon livery. This looks good. I like this casting quite a bit. Not much else to say. I don't think we really have any new castings left here. So we got the custom 18 Ford Mustang Scoot-to-do with the special feature, which is basically this, I think they call it, is it a splitter in the front? That moves up. Hey, now she's track ready. This can go around the loop-de-loops. The loops, boosters, and curves, right? So curves, boosters, loops, whatever they are. The track stuff for the kiddos. And then you can be like, ah, now I'm a model. Now I'm a toy. Now I'm a just model. All right, that's the idea there. And I guess it's kind of a neat one. Spoiler alert. Neat. All right, I dig it. It's cool. And then my top pick for a fantasy model, the Glory Chaser. I don't think I'll get this in every single color they ever put it out in. The first color I think looked a lot better than this, but you know, you got to add some McDonald's livery, ketchup and mustard, you know, some golden arches. Check that out. Not bad. Not great, but not bad. And oh, and this one's also got the windshield piece. This little piece is actually part of the headlights on this one too. I missed that. Neat. And then lastly, we got this crazy thing, the Ragin Express. I don't know. This is a cool casting. So, highway hauler, eat your heart out. This thing's much more wild and cool and crazy and neat. So there's people that collect like the highway hauler and stuff like that. Are you going to add this to your collection? I would. It's wild. It's crazy. It's cool. Like, if honestly, to be honest, okay, like if they were to put out like a super detailed RLC version of this casting with rubber tires and stuff, you know, it has a metal base already because it's plastic body. Let's just say they put out a metal body, Spectre Flame paint, super detailed. All this little stuff in the front was like all crazy detailed, and they put that out as an RLC piece. Do you think that would be successful? I do. I think it would be successful, and honestly, I'd probably pick it up. I don't care that it's a fantasy casting or whatever. If it looks this cool and it's neat and it's after, like, you know, kind of a real idea for a model and all that stuff, and I would pick it up. I think it would be actually pretty awesome or sick. You know what I'm saying? It'd be fire. All right, there we go. We're done. I think we're just at an hour. We'll consider that a milestone success for an hour-long Diecast Weekly episode. For you guys that stuck around, thank you very, very much. I think the highlight of the episode for me, obviously getting this Ultra Red from One Stop is a fantastic thing. Very, very lucky to have this channel and have you guys to the point where some hobby dealers would want to work with me and send me gifts like this, basically, and I guess in return for advertisement on the channel. But, you know, I'm still fairly small fries in comparison to some. But so that makes me really happy. And then, of course, getting something like this, picking these up. These are beautiful. This is a great main line. There's some really good stuff in this episode. Of course, getting this from Surplus is fantastic as well. Getting this as a gift, again, very, very cool. So the stuff I got comped in this episode just alone is pretty neat, besides the stuff that I actually purchased. So thank you guys again for watching another Diecast Weekly episode, in a very, very, very long one. If you stuck it out, thank you. If you didn't, you know, thank you anyway. You know, it's great. It's good. It's a good time. Fun time. Love it. Having a good time. Hope you are too. Subscribe and stuff. Like it. Yeah. Maybe hit that bell for the notifications. Is that what you're supposed to say? Whatever. All right. Peace out.